Hey everybody, just wanted to give a review of a Bible that I recently got in the mail that I ordered. I actually saw this, a similar Bible to this reviewed from the same publisher some time back, and I just wanted to just kind of share with you. I work with several churches where a lot of the pastors do preach out of the King James Bible, and what you might find is that a lot of these premium Bibles that you find online, they run $150, $200, $250, even for the King James. And what I found was this website, churchbiblepublishers.com, churchbiblepublishers.com. And really, it's a nonprofit ministry. What they do is that they make quality Bibles, and all they have is King James. I assume they are a King James only type ministry, but they do make only King James Bible in for their brand. And so, but what they do is that they add what I would say is really premium Bible type quality to it. And so I decided to order, and I gave this one away years ago. It was the old Scofield Reference Bible. And I wanted another copy of the Scofield Bible just for my own self. So they had that. And this one is the 1917 edition. And I just wanted it mainly for the study notes to look at those because I have different study Bibles. But I also bought it because it is a premium Bible. And when I do preach, if it's at a church that I know the pastor uses a King James, I will most likely be taking this Bible. And so this is the 1917 Scofield Study Bible, and it is put out by Church Bible Publishers. It has a lambskin leather cover, but the cover liner inside, and if you look inside, and I really couldn't tell the difference. If you look at this, it's really nice quality. You see it says lambskin there, but the inside is a synthetic type cover is what they use for the inner lining. But I mean, just looking at it, it's nice. It's really flexible. It feels good in the hands whenever you hold it. And so I really like it. It has Smith sewn pages. It also has a 10-point font text. Silver gilded edges. And if you look at there, you'll see the silver gilded edges on it all around. Looks very nice. For that. In fact, the previous Scofield I had, it was blue, and it had the silver gilded edges on it. Words of Christ in red. It has 2/4-inch ribbon markers, which I prefer to have more. I would like to have at least 3 to 4 ribbon markers within my Bible. And it is sort of a wide reference Bible. Let's just go ahead and look at this right quick, and we'll get to that. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. But you see they have a inner lining here. Of course, this is synthetic. This is a outer lambskin. And they have a pretty cardstock type paper to it here. Some people wonder, hey, is this a problem with this being like this? No, it's not. This is the way they come, and this just helps build up the strength of the Bible itself, the binding in it. And it has a couple of blank pages, and then you come to here. You see they have in here the Church Bible Publishers and their website located right there. If I wanted to, and I could open this, I could leave that open like that. And so the binding, and I just got this in yesterday, so the binding isn't that restrictive. It has different dedications in here. Introduction, it says to be read, so make sure you all read that. To the Scofield reference, and that's C.I. Scofield who wrote that. He wrote to the present edition, the 1917 one, Scofield. And there are some other keys that start off here. May have flipped one too many pages too quick. Also has the names and order of all the books of the Old and New Testament. It even gives you a page number if you need that to find it. And then how to use the subject references, and it goes through and tells you that. And as you can tell, the book of Genesis starts out, it has a brief introduction. It does that for all the books. And then here are the study notes down here. One thing that I don't agree with Scofield is I think Scofield kind of adopts the gap theory of creation. That doesn't work out, especially when you look at the Hebrew, going from verse 1 to verse 2. And I won't get into that, but there are several other areas here. And again, if you ever find a study Bible that you agree with everything in the study Bible, all the notes, I would say you're just not thinking for yourself. Every study Bible is different, comes from a different theological angle, and I understand that. Scofield comes from a dispensational type angle, and premillennial, pre-trib, and some of those things I go along with, but I definitely don't agree with the gap theory that he has in here. But with that said, as you can tell, look at the text here that he uses. This is the beginning. Here's the text of the word. We'll go ahead and flip over. Man, there is hardly any ghosting. I don't know what the GSM is on this paper, but there is hardly any ghosting that's going through the paper from one text to the next. It all looks really good. The font itself is bold, and it's just real easy to read. Like I said, it's a 10-point font on it that helps some of us guys out to be able to see what it is we're reading. And so you see that, of course, with the Scofield reference, it has all of the different study notes below it, and it's just all throughout the Bible. Some have study notes, some don't. It just depends, but you can see that the paper is just really crisp. Again, hardly any ghosting. The font is just great. Now, if we turn up here, and there is a little section of it that goes between the two testaments, and we got to turn a bit to get to it. Now we're getting close here. There's Matthew. And this is the red letter edition. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. But you have a section here, a brief one, from Malachi to Matthew, kind of gives a brief history of what was going on in the nation of Israel. And then it goes here to the New Testament, and then it has the 4 Gospels. It gives some more information there about all of that, and which is helpful. And then again, it gives how to use the subject references here again concerning Matthew and the New Testament, and it gives that. Again, more scripture there, a brief introduction, and if you turn around, you'll see there are different study notes there throughout, red letter edition. Again, just good and crisp. The margins, one thing that I haven't pointed out yet, the margins on the outside is 3/4 of an inch, top is 1/2 inch, bottom I believe is 1/2 inch. And so you have a little bit of margin if you want to go ahead and write a note, or just maybe point out something, scribble something down right quick. There is a little bit of a margin there to be able to help you out. I wish it had more. I wish it had at least an inch, a little more to it, but it isn't. And so this is what they've printed off and what they have. But you go through, and then you go through different books of the Bible. Again, Ephesians, brief introduction to it there. Then as we get to the end and we go to the book of Revelation, what I like is that he even puts dates in there for different things of when this was written, what was going on. But if we go to the end of the book of Revelation, he starts off here with a couple of helps. And the first thing is a index, and it tells you how to use it, how it could be of value to you. Things like Absalom. You want to find out David's harshness toward Absalom, and just different things about Absalom. You can look there. Different things about Abraham. And so it has an index there, but then after the index, again, it goes to proper names. And so you have proper names of different ones, where it's found in the Bible, things like that. And as we flip through here, and then it comes to a subject index. What subject are you looking at? Different subjects, where to find it in the scriptures. And as we keep on turning, then it comes to a concordance. and it have different words, where you can find those words within the scriptures. Just a neat little deal here to kind of help you out. For me, if I'm trying to remember where a scripture was, I remember a word or two in it, I'll look it up in the concordance. Sometimes I'll be able to find it through that. But as we get toward the end, you have the concordance, and then it has, I believe, 42 pages of notes. So there's 21 blank pages after that. So if you want to put notes, if there's anything you're studying, any doctrinal issue, you can just put it there and just write it down, and just 42 pages to be able to put a bunch of stuff that you're keeping up with. And then we come to the all famous maps. Now, I am not too fond of the maps that are in here for this reason. They put the typography in there that's very good and that's helpful, but the problem is when you start getting to Israel, it's hard to tell the typography from the words, and to me it's just difficult to read. I don't know if it would be for you. I can put it up a little bit here and let you see maybe a little closer. But for me, it's just more difficult to be able to read it, to be able to see, to be able to tell. But you have a whole bunch of maps in the back. In fact, you flip through here, I'll tell you how many they got. They got 12 maps. And so, just from various areas, various times in history, especially history of the Bible. And then there's some more blank pages. And then, of course, we got that one cardstock page that's attached so that it provides some stability to the Bible. But this is it. Again, it's nice. I think it's beautiful. This one only cost $70 in a lambskin. Of course, you know, you got to pay taxes and some shipping on that. But with that said, a $70 base price Bible for a premium edition that's as nice as this one. Then again, the nice lambskin cover. Of course, the good bold font that's in here that you can read. And they sell various other Bibles. It's not just the Scofield Bible. They'll sell you a large print Bible with the same things on it. And it's, to me, it's just something that helps our pastors out. If they really want a good Bible that will last a lot of years, that will be a blessing to them that they can preach from. Or if you just want one for your own study. They do sell wide margin Bibles that are very wide. They do sell journaling Bibles. They just have a whole bunch there. Now, and that is if you are a fan of the King James. They don't sell New American Standards, and I think part of the reason why they can sell it so inexpensively is, number one, they are a nonprofit organization. But number two, they don't have to pay the copyrights to print, let's say, an NIV, New American Standard, the ESV, New Living Translation, because the King James doesn't have any copyrights on it. And so they can print these relatively cheaply with good quality and still be able to sell it at a very inexpensive price. And so this is it, the Scofield 1917 Reference Bible from Church Bible Publishers. And if you're interested in it, let me see if I can turn to their front page again. And I believe they have their website on there that I'll let you take a look at it. Right here, churchbiblepublishers.com. If you're interested in it, take a look. And I'm sure that you will be blessed. Anyways, hope this helps you out. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.